Hello, dear friends. So today I was inspired by some of my own work in working to create content for the Advent calendar and moving forward. I've been speaking to some wonderful friends who are incredible resources, and I'm very blessed to have their help. But in talking and working on things, I realized that there's a lot of things that I am holding, thought patterns, beliefs. And it's interesting, when these triggers come up, sometimes you don't even realize that they're triggers, and then you're like, whoo, wow, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. And that's actually really what is drawing me to a somatic practice, because I feel things in life, I'm a feeler, but I believe that we have thought patterns, movement patterns, life experiences that we take on and begin to create holding patterns, whether they're emotional, mental, or physical. And if we can release these blockages, if we can let go, then we can create freedom in the body, in the mind, and in the spirit and emotions. And so that's a little bit about what I'm trying to do through all of these videos, and I hope it's helping you. So today we're going to work through something for me. It's a little bit selfish, but I feel like, if someone has a question or a problem, other people may experience it too. So we're going to focus on the heart today. And one of my things that I'm working on is a thought pattern of I am not enough. And I'm not sure 100% when this started, but growing up in a sport of gymnastics, being in a judge sport, I'm sure you can imagine it's never enough. like that song. Anyway, I will keep my singing for another day. But so I want to really dive into that, and that is mine, but we will work on something perhaps that comes up for you. And again, all of these are just about creating a better connection for your mind, body, and soul, and how we can become a listener. So hopefully you'll find it helpful. And if you do like this and you'd like to go deeper with me, hopefully we can do that in the new year or in another session. So let's begin our little warm-up here. Just allow yourself, I'm going to do this seated today. You could do it lying down or standing if that feels better, and depending on your space. So let's just take a moment to arrive where we are. And let's take one breath to let go of everything that's happened today. Let's let our second breath connect. And let's allow our third breath to bring our awareness to our heart space. You could even picture the heart having a set of nostrils. Or maybe being able to expand like the diaphragm. If it feels good, you can bring a hand to the front and maybe even the back body. And I would like you to not just think about the front of the heart, but also the back of the heart as well. So as we're breathing, try and develop an awareness and an appreciation for the full magnitude of your heart. Let's take one more breath through the heart here. And then we'll begin little circles. So just leading with the front of your heart and then going around to the side. And these can be as big or as small as you'd like. And let the tempo sit well with you as well. Allow the breath to be easy, to facilitate this exploration. And if there's an area that feels good to linger, allow yourself that moment, that time, that space. And you can slowly allow the circle to go in another direction. It feels good. You can use your hands on your thighs or on your chair, your seat to support you. You could even imagine some eyes in the heart. And what would they be seeing all around you? In your external world, in your internal world. Good. And when you feel you're about even, just allow yourself to slowly move back so that your sit bones are grounding into the chair and that you're stacked as best you can be, with the head on top of the chest, on top of the pelvis. Good. And now I would like you to have a little conversation with yourself. Can you listen for the gut reaction of a thought pattern or an emotion or something in the body that you feel stuck in, that you feel is holding you back? Can you name that feeling or statement, that thought? And now where does it sit for you? So for example, for me, I have a weight on my chest. And earlier when I was doing this, it felt a little bit more three-dimensional, kind of like vice grips compressing my heart. And I should note that if this ever feels too much, you can just allow yourself to take a few breaths and ease yourself out. And just go now to the depth that you are feeling safe and comfortable in. And know that this work is a journey. And just like we strengthen our physical body through exercise, this connection and deep work for our heart and our mind and our healing is a process. And so we can take those small steps every day and suddenly realize how far we've come. And so just noticing where that feeling might lie, can you just send a little love to it? Maybe a sway. You could even visualize yourself cradling that part. And if it is a part of the body, perhaps you even want to bring your hands there. And like we talked about the other day, with as much kindness and tenderness as you would give to a beloved. And allowing this conversation to happen, acknowledging that feeling. And then letting that feeling know that you don't need to hold on to it anymore, but that you are a divine being of creation, and that you came into this world as enough, and you will always be enough. And that you are safe, and that you are loved, and that you are protected, and that you are never alone. I know we could do this practice for a long time, and we could go much deeper. But let's just maybe move back to those circles. And allow your hands to release if they are on your body. And this time, could you bring in a color or light? Allow that light to illuminate those dark places. Illuminate those shadows that you've maybe been ignoring. And just open up the space where you can gently whisper to one another. Or maybe it comes through like a loud scream. It does for me sometimes. And so let's drop that color directly into your heart. And we'll take a breath. And allow that color to diffuse through you. Perhaps you can even send a crystal or a diamond rainbow so that when that light enters, it shines brightly throughout you, your entire being. And let's bring our hands to our heart center. And we'll just smooth our hands over our heart. I had the blessing and privilege of taking class with Margie Gillis throughout the pandemic. And she talked about the scars on our heart and smoothing them away. And I thought, oh, what a beautiful image. Except I personally want the scars. One of my favorite quotes is an Ani DeFranco line where she says, I have highways for stretch marks to see where I've grown. And so I want those battle wounds to be a reminder of how far I've come, of how strong we are and everything we have learned. So maybe let's just give reverence and smooth our hands over our heart centers. And if it feels good, you can bring one hand out in front of you, almost like you could smooth either your own back of your heart or the heart of this community we are building and all of the people you are connected to who love and support you. Good. So my friends, again, these are just little snacks, and I feel like there was a portion in there where we could have really gone much deeper, but let's do it another time. Yeah, so if this does speak to you and if it is something that you would like to do more of, please let me know. And as always, I am grateful for your time and your investment in yourself and in the connection we have together. And I am grateful for the little comments that you're leaving and the feedback as well. So I wish you a wonderful day, and let whatever comes just happen, and know that you are strong enough to handle everything that you encounter. So love and light to you. Have a beautiful day.